Hi, Sagittarius. You're reading for August 2020. For Sun, Moon, Rising, Sag. Remember, this is a general reading, so I pray that all of you receive at least one or two messages from the readings that you watch. So I've been sitting here with your energy, and I've been doing this new thing where I ask Spirit for a couple of words to kind of describe the energy that will be around you, or like kind of guide you through August. But anyway, for you, I heard cycle, and then I heard I saw a check mark, and then I heard ding, 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 ding. So I feel like some of you are going to be going through a new cycle, new life cycle. See what the cards pull up. Oh, I think some of you are actually going to be going through a completion of a cycle this month, actually. It almost feels like there's going to be a bit of resistance towards it too. Okay, so I also pulled some blind spot oracles. This is like things that are maybe blocking us that we're not quite able to see for ourselves. Hence blind spot. But you got others see it, but you don't. Then we have negative reinforcement pattern. I feel like there's something that you're successful at doing, something that brings you what you felt like was success, or where was I going? I got pulled somewhere else. Sorry. It feels like you're currently doing something that makes you feel victorious, right? It says victory and success. So this is the Six of Wands. So it's something that you've been successful at, or at least have perceived success from the outside. But it feels like there's some, well, mental conflict. Two of Swords. It feels like there's somewhere in you contemplating on whether or not this is really where you want to be or what you want to be doing. But I feel like because it's been so successful and so with this negative reinforcement pattern, it's like you don't want to be seen as giving up on something that is successful. So it's almost like you stay in it so that you're perceived as successful because you don't want to be seen as anything other than that, which is not bad. It's just like a blind spot or an unconscious behavior that we pick up as children, right? So if we find that we're successful, we get good grades, we're good at sports, and we get that reinforcement from our parents and that praise, we continue to do those things so we can receive that praise, even though it's not necessarily something that we want to do, right? So then others see it, but you don't. Is like others maybe are seeing that your heart is not necessarily in it, and maybe that you're doing it for these blind spot reasons, and maybe some of the people around you are encouraging you to try something new or go in a new direction, but like what I'm hearing is you don't want to let people down. You don't want to let people down, which is understandable. I totally understand that. But the universe is trying to tell you that this cycle, this time frame of your life is currently ending, and it wants to begin something new, something more conducive to what your true life purpose or your true path or what feels true to you can start, right? So then we have the sacral chakra, which is asking you to get down into your creative center. Use that energy rather than contemplating, or even like maybe try to stop going back and forth and telling yourself, or and then tell yourself you don't need to make a decision right now. I feel like if you get into this creative center and find that flow and that receptivity within you, I feel like you'll be able to start to feel that happiness again, start to feel the light. And in this space, you'll be able to kind of make that decision and know which way you want to go, rather than having to be in your mind so much about it. Then we have emotional loss. And I feel like this is where the resistance is coming from. I feel like because you put so much time and energy into this one thing that you are successful at, but you don't necessarily feel passionate about anymore. You also don't want to lose because you put so much energy into it. So this is the Five of Cups. It brought me to the Five of Cups. It's like, don't look at it as something lost. Think of it as something gained. You're releasing the Three Cups so that you can bring in two other cups, right? Then you have spiritual union at the bottom of the deck. With recognition and reward and the balance. And triumphant success. So I almost feel like making this decision to go towards something that makes you feel in union within yourself. This could even mean going into allowing your partner to help you, kind of support you in moving forward, like allow that support to come through. I feel like people won't be disappointed. I feel like people are going to recognize that it takes courage and it takes balls to kind of recognize the ending of something and allowing it to go versus holding on to something that no longer feels true for you. And then triumphant success, like there's nothing, doesn't feel bad, you know, and it doesn't feel, and it feels like you want to be here, but I don't feel like it's going to be here unless you're choosing to do something because it makes you feel passionate and excited and inspired rather than doing something to avoid not having people see you as one way or feeling like a one way, you know? You know what I mean? Okay, so let's pull some cards. It's hot today. Just thought I'd put that out there. Okay. So, with victory and success, we have the King of Cups. We have the Five of Cups. And then we have the Six of Swords. So yeah, I do feel like this is something, whatever this is, whatever situation or could even be like a relationship. But I almost feel like it has to do with you and like what you're currently doing for career. But it could be a relationship. But I just feel like it's your energy and like how you feel about life in general right now. Six of Wands, feeling victorious. It was something that made you feel passionate and made you feel inspired and made you feel excited. It's something that you loved. But now it's almost just draining. It just feels like it takes so much energy to focus on it that it doesn't feel good any longer. Okay, and then Six of Swords, it's just time to move on. The answer is to release and move on. Okay, so then we have mental conflict. Then we have Palace of Cups. So the Palace of Cups is like somewhere, an environment that feels at home. But because it's Sagittarius and it's fire sign, being maybe in the Palace of Cups feels very heavy and very uncomfortable. It's putting out your fire. Perhaps you feel as if you're being drowned. It's like being in this well of emotion and also mental conflict. This mental conflict doesn't feel like it's just mental, but it feels like there's a huge amount of emotion attached to it. Being in this just doesn't feel natural for you, right? Eight of Cups. It's time to emotionally detach from the situation. If you want to move towards something that feels more, again, Six of Wands, victorious and successful, you have to clear out the old to invite in the new. And if you do that, you'll have the Nine of Cups, this emotional fulfillment, feeling completely abundant and prosperous within your own self. Finally finding where it is that you fit in the world. And then Ace of Coins, new opportunity, new new business, new endeavors, new opportunities for growth, new ways of bringing in money. So don't what is the word? Don't limit yourself to experiences that are just successful alone. If they're successful and they're also draining your energy, how can you have enough energy to enjoy it? You know, allow yourself to really say, okay, I understand. Like, I'm grateful for this experience. Or find out, or, you know, like, we can even go into the shadow work and find out why. Why is this so hard to let go of? If I let go of this right now, what am I making that mean? Am I making that mean I'm a failure? Am I making that mean I'm irresponsible? Am I making that mean I've given up? Okay. If I am irresponsible, why is that so bad? Just continue following that rabbit hole. It'll bring you right to where the root of that is. It could be like, okay, if I am irresponsible, why is that so bad? Well, if I'm irresponsible, then people are going to be disappointed in me. If people are disappointed in me, why is that so bad? People are disappointed in me, they're going to look at me different. Okay, if they look at me different, why is that so bad? Well, if they look at me different, then I'm not the same. And if I'm not the same, I must not belong. And if I don't belong, no one will love me. And if no one loves me, then I'll be alone. It goes right to that point, you know? That's why I love shadow work so much. It's not easy. It's very difficult. Even I cannot sit down and do shadow work without resistance. It's it's not easy, but it will open your eyes to a whole new world. It's a whole new side of yourself that you never even knew. So anyway, we have the universe, something coming to completion, something has reached its endpoint, and it's not bad, and it's only benefiting you because it wants to bring you into something new. But we're feeling a bit left out in the cold. I thought this is what I wanted. I thought this is where I'm supposed to be. Now that I feel like I'm not, I don't know where I'm supposed to be. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know who I am. Like, you want to just scream. Page of Cups. Allow yourself to go through it. Allow yourself to go through the emotions. Go through the emotions. Allow them to cycle through you and allow them to lead you into the truth of who you are. Chariot. Just even if you're not making decisions and you're allowing your emotions to kind of guide you through it, guide you to find the answers, at least you're moving. And you're not being stagnant in this, I don't know what to do energy, this mentality of like driving yourself insane because you're going around in circles in your mind. Ooh. Ooh. All right, sacral chakra, your creative center, getting in touch with what it is that makes, I heard that makes your juices flow. It's kind of weird, but what is it that makes your blood boil? What is it that makes your juices flow? That gets you excited, that makes you inspired, that makes you feel creative and you want to go out there and create something new. You have the strength card. Connecting back into your sacral chakra will help you find the strength to go through this world card. right? It will allow you to bring you through this completion of the cycle and bring you to a very new, brand new beginning of a new cycle. Then we have the Devil card. This devil is going to tempt you into resistance. The ego. The ego is going to tempt you into resisting this new beginning. And that's fine. If it does, if it happens, if you decide that you want to stay there because you're not comfortable in that push forward, but it's going to keep you in this energy, feeling drained, feeling unsatisfied, perhaps even feeling resentful because you're doing this thing that you don't want to be doing so that you can gain the approval, so to speak, from the outside. Or making other people happy, or taking care of other people. Because you have to take care of other people, you choose to stay in a place where you don't feel fulfilled and you don't feel happy. So just be very self-aware in that case. Okay, so then we have the light, which is the Sun card. This is where you want to be. You want to be basking in the light. You want to be in a place that illuminates you, that makes you rise and shine. That was a lot. Okay. So, light. We have the Justice card. This is fated. You're meant to be in the sun. You're meant to be in the light. You're meant to shine forward. This is where you will find your karmic balance. And things will come easy for you. But there's still some resistance towards it. It's almost as if you'd rather not be alone and in this energy than in this energy and having to let go of the people that you love. That's like a fear that I feel like. I don't feel like that'll actually happen. I do feel like people will be very supportive of you. All right, and then we have the Empress. Not only that, we have the Emperor right next to her. The Empress and the Emperor. The masculine and the feminine. Connecting into your sacral, into your feminine. but also connecting into your masculine and allowing that creative force to come forward in a way that is safe and protected and able to be put into action. It could also be moving forward into a space of not feeling like you are no longer feeling unhappy and drained. Will bring this person in for you, this life partner, this counterpart, this person who complements you in ways that you've never experienced before. 7 of Cups. You have so much opportunity, so many different choices, so many different avenues. No? What are you trying to say? Okay, 7 of Cups. It's time to decide which way is going to make you feel like you're in that sunlight. Is it going to be material prosperity? None of it is bad, right? Is it material? Is it nature? Is it wisdom? Is it finding the key? Is it finding all the wisdom? Is it finding that spiritual center? What is it that makes you feel happy? Like you're in the place that you're meant to be. Ace of Swords. I feel like this is finding a new perspective. I mean, it is finding a new perspective. But I don't think that you're going to find it on your own. I feel like someone is going to help you get a clearer picture, whether it is your emperor or your empress. Or even seeking guidance from someone else to help guide you into your deeper parts, figuring out what does feel true, feel like truth to you. Mm-hmm. So my little room here, my little office, is on the side of the house that gets the most sun. So it's like blazing hot in here. Okay. So if you see me fanning myself, that is why. All right. So emotional loss, 5 of Cups. I feel like this is you just talking yourself out of it because you do have 7 of Swords here with it. I feel like you're telling yourself that if you do step away from whatever it is that you want to step away from, that you are going to end up in loss. But what you're not seeing is that there's actually a door that's waiting to be open. What's that saying? When one door shuts, another one opens. And one is waiting to be open, and you can see that the light is there waiting for you to bask in and allow yourself to shine. Queen of Wands, here you are. By stepping into this new door, by allowing this new door to open and taking your first step through it, you will feel more like yourself every single day. You will feel more aligned with yourself. You will feel happy, joyful, and let's face it, none of us want to be alone. But if we have those time periods where we are alone, but we are in a state of joy, it's not as bad as when we're not in a state of joy and finding ourselves alone. Yeah? Okay. Ooh. Let's pull an oracle card. Sacred Rebels Oracle by Elena Fairchild. Those came out fast. Oh my gosh. Okay. You got shock of the new. Maybe that's where you're at. Maybe you're in shock that what you thought was the path that you're supposed to go on is not actually the path that you're supposed to be on. Every journey starts with a new step, or every journey starts with a single step. So let me read these. Okay, shock of the new. What wild, unconventional voice is calling to you? Can you hear it? Is it so different and so unusual, it might be hard to decipher, like hearing an unfamiliar language for the first time. It might be hard to discern with great clarity now, but there is an affinity between you and this strangely beautiful newness seeking to manifest. This oracle says that there is a stirring at the deepest level within you. Something new will break through, and the process of this birth may be a shock to you. The shock will transform into great joy and a sense of tremendous liberation. But you must bear the strangeness first. The strangeness might be something that rattles your beliefs about yourself and your world, daring you to become more of yourself, more open to where life is leading you, and more willing to be the unique sacred art being crafted by the hand of the universal creator. Nature never shies away from strange beauty. She allows for endless diversity, and her sacred works are often peculiar and stunning. You live within her field of creative grace, and are as a specially created work that also creates. You're being asked to surrender any fear you may have of being seen as exotic, unusual, eccentric, or bizarre. You're being asked to make peace with strange beauty and to let it happen through you in creative flow. Perhaps you need to allow your conventional ideas of beauty to become even more inspired and open. Perhaps you can allow your need for the world to behave according to your fixed ideas to fall away. You'll receive so much more in its place. Yes. Okay. This oracle comes with a special message for you. There are rumblings and stirrings of creative life force happening now, deep in the undercurrents of your being. If you are very attuned or sensitive, you may have consciously felt this already with excitement, discomfort, or both. If you have not yet sensed those inner stirrings, they're happening all the time. Or no, they're happening all the same. So be on the lookout for a big shift of new birth, the shock of the new, the unconventional, the strangely beautiful, and the disturbing liberation of that which is foreign stepping into your life. This is life creating the stage upon which you'll experience greater fulfillment. Well, couldn't have said it better myself. Okay. Every journey starts with a single step. You are on a journey. Yes, it is an internal journey, but there is also a physical expression of this journey that is going to become increasingly important to the fulfillment of your destiny in this lifetime. Your journey has started on the inside, but its destination will be the physical expression of an internal healing. This journey will draw upon you what you have learned and mastered over the course of your life, so much so that you may feel as though your life experiences have prepared you just for this particular adventure. You have all that you need within you. This is not a time to worry about what you're going to take with you. From within your heart, you will sense what needs to come along for the ride and what is best left behind you now. You may be surprised at exactly how much can be left behind without you feeling concerned or anxious. You'll be able to travel far lighter than you ever imagined possible. This oracle brings you particular guidance that the apparently small steps you are taking in an area of your life important to you right now are actually far more powerful and constructive than you realize. Sometimes we are gaining ground, but the effect is not immediately obvious. This doesn't mean that nothing is happening. It simply means that the effects of your actions are cumulative, and soon they will begin to overflow into the physical world with a positive impact that may surprise you. This oracle brings you the message to keep going. So, Sagittarius, pretty exciting times coming up for you. So, I almost feel like this is going to be the rest of this year. But I feel like in August it's going to become very apparent to you that where you are at right now doesn't feel great. And I feel like you're going to be fighting with yourself a little bit about it, which is fine. It's kind of natural. We're human after all, as much as we don't want to be. But I'm excited for you. And if you have any comments or questions, comment down below. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, if you we'll probably upload mid-month readings, but if you remember and you experience something like this in the middle of the month, come back and let me know. I wish you all the luck and all the love and all the light on your journey. It's exciting. I think that's it. Oh, I'm available for personal readings. All that information will be below. Okay, I love you guys. I will talk to you soon. Goodbye.